After 60, your body can get stiffer at night even when you think you had a normal day. And if your feet, calves, and hips go to bed tight, tomorrow can start with weakness, wobbling, and pain. If you want to stay healthy and independent as you age, hit that subscribe button right now. We share science-backed health tips like this every single day. Over years of watching what helps older adults stay mobile, one pattern keeps showing up. The people who move well in their 70s and 80s usually do not rely on big workouts. They rely on small rituals, simple things, repeatable things, the kind of moves you can do in pajamas beside the bed, without a gym, without special gear, and without beating up your joints. And that is exactly why this matters. At night, your body is either getting ready to recover or getting ready to stiffen up. Your joints are like door hinges. If you leave them untouched, they get sticky. If you move them gently, they stay useful. Tonight, I'm going to show you 5 bedtime movements inspired by the kind of low-drama daily habits many active older adults in Japan are known for that can help your balance, circulation, sleep, and morning energy. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you're watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we're helping. Here's what most people get wrong. They think healthy aging means longer walks, harder workouts, and more pushing through pain. But after 60, that is often backward. Not more punishment, but better signals. Not longer sessions, but smarter ones. Your nervous system, your muscles, and your blood flow respond to consistency more than heroics. A 2023 review highlighted by Tufts University found that balance and functional exercises reduce the rate of falls by 24% in nearly 8,000 older adults. Think about that for a second. Not fancy equipment, not a boot camp, just targeted movement done regularly. And since about 1 in 4 older adults falls each year, that 24% matters more than most people realize. There is another myth that sounds harmless, but causes trouble. Just rest if you feel stiff at night. Rest has its place, of course. But too much stillness is like parking a car for months and expecting it to run smoothly. The battery drains, the joints complain, the parts forget how to work together. A 2024 review supported by the University of Graz found that stretching-based routines improve sleep quality even if the average improvement was modest at 1.22%. Small inputs can create real changes over time. Isn't that how aging works both ways? And one more thing, in many Japanese daily routines, movement is not treated like a separate event. It is built into ordinary life. A few minutes here, a few minutes there, quiet habits, no drama. That is the spirit of this video. So let's count down from number 5 to number 1. Number 5, heel lifts. Most people think their heart does all the work of moving blood back up from the legs, but actually your calves help a lot. They are like a second pump. Some experts even call them a second heart. When your calves contract, they help push blood and fluid upward instead of letting it pool around your ankles. That matters at bedtime because many people over 60 sit for hours in the evening, and they go to bed with heavy legs, ankle swelling, or a restless feeling in the calves. Sound familiar? A 2022 study from the University of Houston found that a seated calf movement called the soleus push-up improved blood sugar handling by 52% and reduced the need for insulin by 60% during testing. That is a big deal from a movement that looks almost too simple to matter. Here's how to do your bedtime version. Sit on the edge of your bed or in a sturdy chair. Put both feet flat on the floor. Keep your toes and the balls of your feet down. Now slowly lift your heels as high as you comfortably can. Hold for 1 second, then lower them slowly for a count of 3. Do 20 repetitions, rest for 15 seconds, then do another 20. If that feels easy, finish with 10 smaller pulses at the top. Your jaw stays relaxed. Your shoulders stay soft. You should feel warmth in the calves, not cramping, not sharp pain. If one side feels weaker, that is useful information. Your body is talking to you. Listen to it. If your heels barely want to rise, that does not mean you failed. It means you found a weak link. And weak links are exactly what simple routines can improve. To support this movement, a small evening snack can help if you tend to cramp or feel shaky before bed. 1 medium banana gives you about 420 milligrams of potassium. 3/4 of a cup of plain Greek yogurt gives you about 15 to 17 grams of protein. Not a full meal, but enough support for muscle recovery in many people. Number 4, toe spreads and toe curls. This one looks almost silly until you realize how much of your balance starts in your feet. Most people think balance begins in the inner ear, but actually balance is a team sport. Your eyes, ears, brain, hips, and feet all work together, and your toes are the frontline scouts. They tell your brain where the ground is and how stable you are. When the toes get weak, the message gets fuzzy. That is like driving in fog with dim headlights. A 2024 study from Toyama Medical and Pharmaceutical University found that older women who kept doing toe flexion and extension exercises improved toe function, stand-up ability, and scores linked to movement problems over 3 months. That matters because better toe control helps the whole chain above it. Here is how to do it. Sit on the bed with bare feet if possible. First, spread your toes apart as if you are trying to make your foot wider. Hold for 5 seconds, relax. Do that 10 times. Then curl your toes downward like you are gently gripping a towel. Even if there is no towel there, hold for 2 seconds, relax. Do that 10 times. After that, lift all your toes up towards your shins, hold for 2 seconds, then relax. Do another 10. Move slowly, no rushing. Your feet should feel awake by the end. If your toes do not move much, do not worry. Many people discover they have sleepy feet. The point is not perfect form. The point is waking up those tiny muscles. Think of it like turning the lights back on in a room that has been ignored for years. For extra support, 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds gives roughly 150 milligrams of magnesium. Half an avocado gives around 350 milligrams of potassium. Those nutrients help muscles relax and contract the way they should. Simple food, real support. Quick question. Have you experienced nighttime leg cramps, foot stiffness, or swollen ankles? Comment yes or no below. Number 3, chair stands. Now we move up the chain. Most people think leg strength comes from squats in a gym. But actually, one of the best real-life strength tests is much simpler. Can you stand up smoothly from a chair without using your hands? That one movement tells you a lot about your future independence. Standing up is not just a leg exercise, it is a life exercise. You use it when getting out of bed, getting off the toilet, rising from the couch, and stepping out of a car. If that pattern weakens, daily life gets harder fast. A 2023 study from Universidad San Sebastián and the University of Granada found that just 8 weeks of sit-to-stand training improved muscle quality by 40% to 45%, sit-to-stand power by 29% to 38%, and thigh muscle thickness by 8% to 9% in sedentary adults. That is a lot of return from a basic movement. Here is your bedtime version. Use a sturdy chair or the edge of your bed if it is firm and stable. Sit tall near the front, feet about hip-width apart, bring your nose over your toes, push through your whole foot, stand up, pause for 1 second, then sit back down slowly like you are lowering yourself onto thin ice and do not want to crash through it. Start with 5 repetitions, rest, then do 5 more. If you need help, place your hands lightly on your thighs. If you feel strong, cross your arms over your chest. Slow on the way down matters. Why? Because lowering yourself under control builds braking strength, and braking strength is what keeps you from dropping, stumbling, or collapsing when your body gets tired. If your knees ache, make the seat a little higher by adding a firm cushion. If your back feels tight, widen your feet slightly. If you get dizzy when you stand, pause and breathe before the next repetition. The goal is practice, not pride. For recovery, give your legs some building material. 2 large eggs give you about 12 grams of protein. 1 cup of milk gives you about 8 grams. If you do not eat dairy, about 3 ounces of firm tofu gives you around 9 grams. Muscles are like a repair crew. They need supplies. Before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. Number 2, knee hugs. Most people think morning back stiffness starts in the back, but actually it often starts in the hips. Tight hips pull on the lower back the way a crooked table leg throws off the whole table. You feel the complaint in one place, but the problem began somewhere else. This is why a gentle knee hug movement before bed can help more than people expect. It is not about forcing a deep stretch. It is about telling the hips and lower back that they are safe to let go. A 2020 study from National Taiwan University found that a 12-week routine that included stretching helped adults with poor sleep increase self-reported sleep duration by 1.5 hours and reduced the time it took to fall asleep by nearly 18 minutes. That is not magic. That is the body calming down when tension goes down. Here's how to do it. Lie on your back in bed or on a firm surface if that feels better. Bend both knees, keep one foot down, bring the other knee slowly toward your chest. Hold behind the thigh, not on top of the kneecap. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Lower it, switch sides, do 3 rounds on each side. After that, bring both knees up only if it feels comfortable and only if your lower back likes it. Hold for 10 seconds, then release. Do not yank, do not bounce. Think gentle, not aggressive. Your hips are not a rusty jar lid that needs force. They are more like a zipper that opens better when handled carefully. If lying flat is uncomfortable, do the same move sitting up. Sit tall near the headboard. Pull one knee in with both hands. Hold. Switch. Same idea. Less strain. A good evening support food here is salmon. 3 ounces of cooked salmon gives you about 22 grams of protein and helpful omega-3 fats. If fish is not your thing, 1 cup of edamame gives you about 18 grams of protein. Not trendy, just useful. I'd love to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Share in the comments. Number 1, belly breathing with a long exhale. Here's the thing, if your body never shifts into calm mode at night, the rest of your routine has a harder time working. Most people think sleep begins in the mattress, but actually it begins in the nervous system. If your brain still thinks it is daytime, your muscles stay guarded, your jaw stays tight, and your heart keeps acting like it is on patrol. That is why this is number 1. Belly breathing with a longer exhale is not doing nothing. It is like handing the traffic signal back to the calm side of your nervous system. Red light for tension, green light for repair. A 2023 study led by the USC Leonard Davis School found that slow-paced breathing done twice a day for 4 weeks lowered amyloid beta levels in the blood, a marker tied to brain aging while improving heart rate variability during practice. And a 2021 study in Scientific Reports found that just 5 minutes of deep, slow breathing in older adults nearly doubled one marker of parasympathetic activity, the calm and recover side of the nervous system, while anxiety scores also dropped. And that is a lot from simply breathing on purpose. Here is how to do it tonight. Lie on your back or sit supported against the headboard. Put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Let the belly rise more than the chest. Then exhale slowly through your nose or pursed lips for a count of 6. At the end of the exhale, pause for just 1 second, then repeat. Do this for 10 rounds. If you like it, keep going for 3 to 5 minutes. Your shoulders do not climb. Your face does not strain. Your tongue stays soft. If the 6-count exhale feels too long, use 4 in and 5 out. The secret is not perfect math. It is a longer exhale than inhale. That is the switch. What snack fits best here? 1 ounce of almonds gives you about 80 milligrams of magnesium. 1 cup of warm milk gives you about 8 grams of protein. Keep it light. Heavy meals too close to bed can work against you. Now let's pump the brakes for a second. I'm not saying this to scare you, but you do need to use common sense here. If you have severe arthritis, recent surgery, a new joint replacement, severe osteoporosis, advanced neuropathy, or dizziness when standing, modify these moves or ask your doctor or physical therapist first. If one calf is suddenly swollen, hot, red, or painful, do not massage it and do not try to walk it off. Get medical help. If heel lifts trigger sharp pain, stop. If knee hugs cause shooting pain down the leg, stop. If chair stands make you lightheaded, especially if you take blood pressure medicine, pause and get checked. And if you have chest pain, trouble breathing, fainting, or a sudden loss of balance, that is not a bedtime routine problem. That is a medical problem. Please do not ignore it. So you're convinced, but thinking, how do I actually do this? Keep it simple. Start with the easiest version tonight. Sit on the bed and do 20 heel lifts, then 10 toe spreads, then 5 chair stands if safe, then 1 knee hug each side, then 10 slow breaths. That is enough for day 1. Not perfect, but powerful. If your energy is low, do only 2 moves. If your balance worries you, skip chair stands and focus on seated heel lifts, toes, and breathing. If money is tight, good news. You do not need anything fancy. No gym, no machines, no expensive mat, a sturdy chair, your bed, and maybe a pillow are enough. That is one reason these habits last. They fit real life. Look, there's a lot of noise out there. People will tell you that healthy aging needs complicated routines, magic supplements, or painful workouts. Most of the time it doesn't. You don't need to overthink this. You need a few movements your body can trust enough to repeat every night. Start with just heel lifts and slow breathing tonight. That is it. Your body will tell you if it's working. Your calves will feel warmer. Your feet will feel more awake. Your hips may loosen. Your mind may settle faster. And over time, your mornings can feel steadier, lighter, and less stiff. If this helped you, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed because we post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong.